You know, when you ask me what's my new venture, again, first things first is the venture has me. Adventure Music has me. And I don't say that in a cocky, arrogant way. I just my human element that I bring, where I could touch, relate to artists. I don't think there's a person in the world that spoke to more artists or dealt with more artists than me in my lifetime. Right? 30 years in the game. I listen to every mixtape, CD niggas gave me, everything. I mean, everywhere, all over the world, not just in one city, like everywhere. And because of that, it gives you a lot of information. So I basically feel I just know and understand what artists want and need. And I put together this company called Adventure Music, which is a digital distribution platform. So you ask me about TuneCore or CD Baby and what's the difference, and I tell you me because I put the human touch. These guys you can't get no one on the phone over there to help you. I did that. I do that here at Adventures. But you also have all these services that I put together. If you go over there, they have services, different services, but they're always catering to guys with money. The challenge isn't to do it with money. With money, it's easy, right? If I got money, I could do anything, right? You got money, you could create whatever you want. It's no problem. So the challenge isn't about doing it with money because most artists don't have money. So you're eliminating such a big amount of artists that can't even pay for it any fucking way. Where I did it, where I could do it for a very low cost. Damn near it costed some sneakers to get you the two things that every artist want, and that's to be seen and heard, right? I don't care who you are, what artist you are. That's all you want. The rest is if people like the record, that's when it becomes popular. But you want them to see it and hear it, and then you hope they vibe with it and fuck with it. And so my job is to get your record seen and heard at the lowest cost possible. Like I said, I could do it any way you want. You want me to roll you out like Rick Ross? No problem. I could set that up too. But you gotta have the money. But do it with no money, $500, $300, $1,000. That's the challenge. And I tell every artist, I said, most places, if you're serious about your career, you'll figure out how to even get $500. You'll figure it out. It's your business. It's your career. It's your life. It's not no one else's business to figure out how to get that money but them, the artist, the independent artist that wants that. It's funny because the artists they'll have money and they won't spend a dollar on themselves. So when I got out of music for a minute and I went into all these other business, I went in hedge fund business. I raised probably about $120 million in the hedge fund space. But all of these hedge fund guys, these managers, they would always ask me, because I was bringing them all these deals, and they would ask me, do I have any skin in the game? You got any skin in the game? You want me to invest in this, but you don't got no skin in the game, and they would never do it. And I try to explain this same theory to artists. If you ain't putting no money in yourself, why the fuck you want me to put some money in you? I know when I like something, I bet on me. I bet on me all day. So when the artists don't do it, it's like they don't get it. That's because they're not thinking business. Again, they're not thinking business. But if they understood business, they would understand why they should invest in themselves first. Now, you could run out of money and get someone else, but then you could tell them, I did this, I paid for that, I paid for it, I don't got no money no more. And then someone will understand you instead of always just trying to get someone else to invest in your career, your life, and then you're ready to run as soon as you get popped. So it's just a weird time, but for me, adventure music is the future of music. I'll give you one of my. Again, I like to give a success story from financial standpoint. He spent $900 on the radio package that's on my platform. Again, but it's not the radio package. What it is the record was good. The timing was right, and he worked the record after I told him what to do. But it got to number 8 on the Billboard charts, and he spent $900. I don't think there's anyone else in the world that could do that with the way I did it. So the artist that did it is from DC. His name is Boogie Bird, and the name of the record was called Doing Something Right. And it reached number 8 on the Billboard charts. And he spent $900 to do that through my platform. And like I said, I don't believe no one could have did that but me. And nothing's better for me than when I send that first check to them, to an artist. Most independent artists never make a dollar. And I'm showing them how to not only own their business, because I don't own your business. It's your business. You own your masters, your pub, everything. Not only own it, but how to monetize it. People don't understand the record business is predicated on this intellectual property. That intellectual property is the music you make. That's what that intellect, the whole business of Universal's whole existence is because they own that intellectual property. If you own your master, there's a value for it. I don't care how whack it is. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care how good it is. It's a value. Some way, shape, it's gonna fall based on the popularity of that record. I have another company called Phase One Network, which is a catalog business. Me and a partner named Frank Barber. We own almost 40,000 song titles, and that business does about $3 million a year. I don't gotta get out of bed. Frank don't gotta get out of bed. It's passive income. Most of the songs you never heard. Now there's some big songs in there, like It's Yours or something like that. But again, $3 million from 40,000 songs, it's a lot of songs, but scale it down. Think you're an independent artist. Think of how many records they got in their computer, and if they license it properly and do it right. TuneCore's not showing you how to do that. CD Baby's not showing you how to do that. Adventure Music's showing you how to do that. Then I help license it. From that standpoint, I help get it placed. Not saying I will, but I just cut a deal with a company. I won't say which company because we're not finalized yet. That gets 18 million streams a month. 18 million. I'm putting all the music that I got on those streams. Because, if you have video content, you're all right. You're doing video. If you wanted to make a video with music, whose music are you using? You got to pay somebody, right? You got to license that shit, or else they could pull that shit down if you didn't get clearance. You might have to come holler at me.
Bob was out of town. It was just me, and Ultra shows up.
Ultra was my favorite.
Ultra shows up, and I was bugging. I mean, the thing about doing the show we did, right? We were not apprentices at any radio station. We weren't being groomed at commercial radio. We were two hip-hop fanatics.
The fucking moment was just like, hey man, swallow your pride, take that energy, and you help create a blueprint. Do that for yourself, man. Do that for yourself and your dream. Now it's time for you to think about your dream and do what you do, man. And
I really love the life that I get to live, and the sacrifices, all of that stuff. I love it. I acknowledge it. I learn from all of my mistakes, and I'm happy.
And once we start having artists talk about social issues that we have confronting us, because there's a lot today to talk about. I mean, we can create 1 million PEs, 1 million X-Plan, 1 million comments.